like a Cyclops in, Destiny.
I mean,
It might
you
have
have
one.
its
true.
like perfume on your
Yeah,
clothing.
Torvar, do not forget
I
you're
do?
wearing his loincloth, yes, as
Yeah.
extra warmth.
Was here for the first. So I
Wait,
know we made it.
Does
up
he
to the
not
top.
remember? Wait, we have to recap that again if he doesn't remember.
I don't remember because I wasn't here.
So it's been freezing balls basically the entirety of your trip. And you guys, basically the group finally had enough of it. And you killed all the Cyclopses, we're chilling in the cave. And you guys thought, hey, there's a bunch of furs here. Let's
I do
fashion
remember
things
this.
together.
I was gonna say, I thought we
And
explained this to you already.
Torvar did the simplest option,
I remember
which
this.
was to disrobe the Cyclops and wear it
It
himself.
was already made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're wearing it like a poncho.
I remember.
It was a stroke of genius.
So
in my
from the
opinion.
cave, you guys traveled all the way up here to the tippy top of the mountain, encountering multiple uprooted trees. Something big and bad was up here, and you guys sure found it. You found a beat up old knight, as well as they're called gray renders, is what they're called, but they're these massive four-legged rage beasts that
we
encountered one up here. Torvar tipped off.
Like we took care of those things.
Yeah. So the first one, it was a good old fashioned fight. You guys zapped it, you punched it, you sliced it until it died. And just as you got a second to breathe, the second one came barreling in, but this one was much less of a fight as you used some magic beads that you had and carried them up 200 feet. Okay, so this is what JD wasn't here for. So basically, this whole second encounter, if you remember way back when, you found a little stash in a magic shop.
Yep.
And you guys had they're called beads of force, that basically put a little bubble down that keeps the bad guys inside. But it also makes whatever's inside weigh basically nothing. So Roki flew it up 200 feet, which was basically max fall damage, and dropped it.
Nice.
And he fell, and actually still got some good licks in, but
Then I animated the bones.
Yes, so there's he's basically got like his little feeding pit that's just full of a bunch of animal carcasses, and Yaru animated all the bones, all of the.
I got those bones up. You know what I'm saying?
He picked the girthiest of bones.
The girth on these bones was significant.
Yes.
It's unmatched.
And straight up just smoked the other gray render. No, I won't link it. And then we spent like a solid 45 minutes looting, basically. So Stark, thankfully, you had, I can't remember, Detect Magic, I think, is what you had used.
Yeah, most
and
likely.
You saw, that's the wrong page. Campaign session recaps. There we go. So it started out with, that's what it was. You found this noble that was basically in like his own little igloo, where it had like the snow had melted on the sides, and there was just this little cove, basically, where this old withered noble lay. He had which I think you guys have already identified everything, right? We did all that.
Yeah.
There was a ring of warmth on him, which I probably linked.
Yeah, that's something, JD, that you and I need to discuss. No one else wanted that. So it's basically up between Roki and Stark on who wants the ring of warmth.
All right.
If you scroll up just a little, JD, above Torvar's perception roll, there's the description. Resistance to cold damage, and basically you don't care about how cold it gets. But also, I think, no, this isn't, is this where I put my foot in my mouth? No, it wasn't this one. But also you saw down even deeper underneath the pit, or the alcove, emanating from the ice, was an axe that somewhere I have linked.
Yeah, I see it. It's up a little bit higher.
It's basically the God of War axe, JD.
Yeah, I saw it was called Leviathan axe, and I was like, if the picture isn't of the God of War axe, they'll be upset. And then it was.
Which I
didn't.
Like, I never played God of War, so I didn't even get the reference. But you found an axe, and I think I literally said, I think Rock goes, "Hey, is there anything else?" I'm like, I let him roll for it. I said, "Oh, you're going to need a natural." And then he rolled like a natural 20.
Yep.
So I made something up on the spot, and even farther down,
Is that the horn?
You found, the Horn of Blasting.
So anyway,
Oh yeah, I remember that thing.
I started blasting.
Yeah.
So
So
you guys drug the old knight. Oh, no, you were there for that. So yeah, you guys have drug the old knight basically up towards like where he's been encamped. Camped out. There's a little tent, a smoldering fire that's basically just smoke at this point. He's been knocked out, and it is quiet on the homestead.
Before I forget, everyone needs to add 60 gold to their inventory.
woohoo.
Which we need to remember to tell Peter that too.
What if we didn't?
Then
Tell
we
him?
each get an extra 15 gold.
See, JD's tracking.
I mean, I suppose it makes sense. Is he like part of our group?
Well, Mr. Starspur is still here. Give him his gold.
Okay.
Oh wait, how much is it? I'll just
60?
put it on
You
this
said
character
60?
sheet.
60, yeah.
Hot damn.
That was off the noble that we found.
How much gold did he have if we're each getting 60? 6 times 5 is.
Lots of gold.
300.
You
Thank
can do it. You
Quick
can do
maths.
it.
Thank you,
Aw.
JD. I was in a meeting today and Colt did some math and I started to question him and he's like, "You're questioning my math?" I'm like, "No, you're right. I shouldn't do that."
That's great. Did we rest at all, or are my
You're
hit
about to
points?
rest?
Yaru has
The thud.
basically has spent 10 minutes thudding.
Yeah,
Okay.
So
thudding
the
up.
thud is up.
Button.
You haven't officially short rested or anything, but you're basically already 10 minutes of the way into a short rest.
So I guess I have a quick question. I see Mr. Nightman here. What wound up happening with him? I know he was the one who summoned that second beast. Did we like?
We're about to beat
I don't
He's
remember
not-
exactly, but he did just get knocked. He just was knocked out.
Okay. I was like, because
essentially.
I see he's not dead, so I didn't know if we'd questioned him.
I
or
also
anything yet.
I also
yet.
punctured his kidney. Actually, I think I punctured both kidneys.
Both kidneys have
yeah.
been punctured. Yeah, he's gonna need to be on dialysis, D&D dialysis for this.
He'll be fine. Those will seal right up.
I've only used my rapier like 3 times in this campaign.
And
and two of them were
then,
puncturing this man's kidneys.
so we've got the ring, and then who's got the horn? Who's got the axe?
The axe.
Torvar
took the-
definitely has
Torvar
the
took
axe.
the axe
Okay, figured as much.
against my
Do you
wishes.
have it actually in your character sheet and everything, Duke?
Definitely not.
Probably do that.
Can I pop
And then
this? Yes.
Yaru took the horn
Ah, yes. That's
because
right.
it's like it's
It's an
similar
instrument.
to a bagpipe pipe.
How do I get it in my
Horn.
character sheet?
Oh, I have
You'll-
it.
you'll
already.
have to
I'll
add it.
manually put it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'll
you,
have to add
you
it
must have
manually.
added it to mine
Hoggers.
already, Doc, because I
got you.
already have the Horn of Blasting.
Yeah,
Okay.
Doc, I was looking at that Leviathan Axe page, and underneath the image, there's a link to the source, and I click it, and it just links to the God of War Wikipedia or wiki site. I
Yeah,
was
I
like,
didn't.
yep.
I
That's
was
exactly
well.
what it
That one I
is.
was like, okay, I want it to be a weapon, and I want it to be have something thematic with being on top of a snowy mountain.
Are you
I was like,
sure?
oh, here we go. Full
Are you
damage.
sure it's a great idea to give Torvar an axe he can throw and then call back to himself?
I think that's the best
Immediately?
idea ever.
Yes.
Oh, for us, it's a great idea. As Doc as the DM,
knows?
I'm not sure it's
I
the
mean,
wisest
Who knows?
thing.
I mean,
This
see,
campaign ends when it does, so if it gets, who knows
It
what
may,
happens.
it may never end, is what I'm saying.
funny because I think this was the point where it was supposed to have already ended,
Well, I'm pretty sure
and
some
it hasn't.
some people
Yeah,
were supposed to
like-
die. If
Yeah,
I were
isn't-
Doc,
aren't you supposed to kill
Yeah.
him?
yeah, you're supposed to kill Yaru. If I were Doc, I would have just kept bringing gray renders until somebody died.
I mean, I have more beads.
If I didn't care so much about
Yeah,
like
more
it
beads.
making sense, that would honestly be pretty funny.
Just like there is no end to them. Torvar dies. Torvar would have been the first to die, to be honest.
Did we sleep?
Not yet.
Not yet. We're in a thought right now.
28.
Actually, I think it's going to be kind of difficult unless we get ambushed to actually kill Yaru because he's not typically on the front lines.
I mean, you've died. No, that was the other campaign.
That was the other
wasn't it? Never
campaign,
mind.
yeah.
Yaru is Yaru to me.
I mean, he can. Doc can bring in a character that's got some targeted spells.
My
Yeah,
name
like
is
you're-
my
Pull
na-
Peter and just we won't even be in combat. I'm just gonna incinerate you.
Doc's like Doc brings in a new enemy character, and it's like, who's this guy's name? This is Simon, the Bard Killer. I'm like, oh, that's not good.
So what time of day is it?
That's a good question. It is 4 or
write it
5
down
p.m.
somewhere.
It's starting to get. I
Yo,
told myself
yo.
I was going to start doing that, and I'm not sure if I did.
Yeah.
You do hate to see it.
Are we doing the whole you can't benefit from a long rest?
We are.
Within that 24 hours. So we
Yes.
can't long rest right now.
So we're just gonna chill.
Did you?
I mean, we did a normal.
Oh yes,
night sleep.
yes. You couldn't long rest yet.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
like tonight, you still could though. That's what. All right, what you guys doing? You have a
Bless you.
knocked out night, and it's still like so. Just a reminder, you're basically in the middle of a blizzard. You guys can see about 20 feet in front of you, and so far there's no sign of it letting up.
I mean, we're at the top of the mountain. We're in a weather controlled thud. I say we just stay here until the storm passes.
Agreed.
Because I have a feeling that, or like, we're at the top of the mountain, or do we not know?
So hold on, let me see it. So basically this is enclosed, but there's basically no more mountain on top of this 20-foot ledge right behind the tent. There's nowhere farther up to go really other than this 20-foot climb.
Right.
If you really
So
want
yeah,
to.
it sounds like this is probably the quest objective. So we probably can just wait to head down when it's not blizzarding.
Technical term that blizzarding.
Be pogged to sleep.
You should have your Leviathan X now.
Hey, Doc,
Do you know what
did
they call a power
did you
nap
modify that
uh,
weapon damage?
in this universe, Duke?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Well, just in the roll, it
It's a
doesn't have the
pognap.
+1 damage to it. It's just the 1d.
Oh, I think
You
I
didn't
messed
want to
plus
laugh
the-
at that.
plus
Oh,
the
and
mod.
damage. I just did attack.
Yeah, it just needs +1 for the bonus damage. I don't want a backseat DM, but
No.
Doc actually
Absolutely.
enjoys it when someone else rule lawyers him.
When I get corrected and it's a legit thing, absolutely. Doesn't bother me one bit.
So he does not like when I try to correct him because it's usually not a real
Because
thing.
yours are like feelings about the rules. It's not this rule.
My
says
feelings
this,
are
it's I
valid.
say this rule does.
he's not
True.
he's not rule lawyering. He's rule psychology.
It's rule psychology, yeah.
It's like
Rule
psychology.
psychiatrist.
I feel that in the spirit of the game.
I feel like it should work this way.
I like that. A rule psychiatrist.
Well, see, the reason why he has to entertain it is because I am making a logical argument, just not from the perspective of the rules.
That's definitely.
Or you gotta start your bases though. So
Rules
are
are
we
rigged.
basically just waiting here for this dude to wake up and then interrogating him?
I mean,
Yes.
we could wake him up.
It's too bad that Peter's in here because I feel like he had some real questions he wanted to ask.
That's right. I'm gonna just see if he has. I'll message.
He was very
Yeah.
intent on
Peter was
his
pretty pissed at
interrogation.
that guy.
Yeah, because they were essentially slapping each other for like 4 rounds of combat.
Wait, Duke, did you say you were a reference for Peter?
No, I'm saying I can't wait for the day when he
Oh.
asks me to be.
I love this guy. That's all I got to say about him. He's great.
Who you're calling
Well,
about?
picks
Peter?
up his
Oh,
booty,
you're
go
calling
send
about
him.
Peter thy meter? Let me tell you all about
Oh
him.
God.
You know his name, right?
I do.
Achilles.
Achilles.
He works at
Oh,
Chili's? No.
It's narrator. His name is narrator.
He's narrating now.
Achilles.
I can see
asked-
Peter at a Chili's.
Well, he's not here, so we're not gonna wait on him. If he answers, great.
No.
If not, we're gonna keep going. So.
Who is going to conduct this interrogation?
Well, so I'm trying
All of
to.
us?
I know he summoned the one beast, but obviously,
Well,
Or
we don't
summoned
really
the
know
second-
he
how did
summoned
beast?
something.
So
How did he
story
summon
beats
him
as far
again?
as what? Because you guys, there's been a little bit of dialogue. So he did the.
Yes, I was trying to get Doc to make the sound.
He made that sound.
Like a sick Chewbacca.
Yeah, sick Chewbacca. He did that, but he also intimated that there was some sort of like symbiotic relationship, I guess, is one way. Like they were protecting him. He mentioned something about, well, I'm basically dead if they die here too. So, and that's why he started, when he legit started fighting, was when you had killed the first one. He's like, oh wait, you guys aren't going to just get eviscerated by this thing. You're eviscerating it. I need to live, so I'm going to also fight.
You would
And then
think
his
he
second
would just
kid
be all
gets-
like, "Hey, you saved me! Yay! You can take me off the mountain now." Not, "Hey, I'm gonna murder you."
He must have ulterior motives.
stranger danger.
About to find it.
All right, so we wake him up.
Yep, let's wake him up.
All right, Yaru walks over. Is he still wearing his helmet?
You got, if you don't want him to, sure, you can take it off, but you
Do we
basically just drug him
bind him?
towards everything. Yeah, I even have in my recap, the knight was tied up quite well, so I'm sure there's a sleight of
Oh
hand.
yeah,
yeah, I
Peter
saw it
crated
nat
on
20
his
Okay,
sleight of
yeah.
hand.
sleight of
Yeah.
hand earlier.
Yeah, let me actually give me 1 second to
Is
make
he?
sure.
Can we just say that we had propped him up against one of the rocks so that I don't have
Yeah,
to do that?
totally
here?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
I walk over. I remove his helmet. Is he still asleep once I remove his helmet?
He's got, and basically it's already like frozen. It's not dried, but it's frozen. He's got a gash on his forehead where Torvar had dented the helmet and it had dug into his forehead,
Oh,
basically.
I forgot Torvar basically walked over and just slapped him upside the face and knocked him out. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Score. He's got, so he's basically bald on top. He's got himself a scraggly white beard, quite a few liver spots. The crow's feet are out in full force.
He's got a beard?
Relatively older man. Yeah.
Yaru reaches out and just starts pulling on the beard.
Does he have like? Does he have like really like insulated armor or whatever? Like he looks like he's been up here a while.
So his armor is in pretty rough shape, like it's rusting at the sides. He had a lot of his, he had like a lot of, like a cloak, a heavy cloak that he had kind of wrapped around the shoulders. So it was plate armor, but yes, it had been supplemented with pelts to maintain warmth as best
Okay.
you can on top of a freezing mountain. But the armor was pretty, it was dinged, it was busted up, and now his helmet as well. It's got quite the ding in it.
Okay, I'm gonna pull on his beard until he wakes up.
So
Fucking
cool.
rude.
It's an awkward amount of time. Like it's not like you pull once or twice and then he just wakes up. It's like a solid 20 or 30 seconds before the eyes start to flutter and he just lets out kind of before kind of his eyes are starting to try to focus on the elf pulling his beard.
Yara says, "Welcome back."
He tries to like scramble. I mean, he's back up against the wall. You've got him propped up, and he kind of puts his hands in front of his face and kind of looks out. And it is just kind of a wide-eyed terror at the moment.
So Yara's gonna say, "I'm Yaru. These are my companions. Obviously, we killed, your two pets. So you should answer our questions that we're about to have for you."
Oh, you should just kill me too.
I mean, we might get there, but for now,
we
we have
start
some
there?
questions.
Can we start there?
No, I think that's a future thing, not a now thing.
Why are you so eager to die?
Well, there's not much left for me up here. What's an old man like me supposed to live on a mountain?
Well, that
Why
begs the
are
question.
you living on the mountain?
Yeah, that question.
Sorry, G.
Well, I'm guess you could say I'm not exactly welcome anywhere else.
And why is that? Someone's had an idea.
You got a sub? So did you get a subscriber?
Definitely wasn't me.
Sorry, that's text.
Found an item.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. That's your.
Just make a persuasion check just to see how forthcoming he's going to
Am
be with
I
information.
given advantage with the entire party looming?
If you want to make an intimidation check, you could with advantage.
What do you think? Intimidation or
Different
persuasion?
sorts of, just so you're aware, those are like, well, potentially two different sources of information.
Which way do we want to go?
Probably persuasion for right now.
So normal.
Definitely start with persuasion, and
Okay.
then we can always go to intimidation later.
Yeah.
Harder
It's,
to go
it's
the other
difficult
way.
to go the other
Intimidation.
way.
What'd you say, Duke?
Said I'm good at intimidation. Actually, I think Torvar weirdly is like
He has a
bad at
surprising
Because
amount of
intimidation
charisma.
is stupid.
Yeah,
About-
'cause- yeah, that's the problem.
Really dumb.
Yeah, my
Because he should
persuasion's
be
like
quite
5.
Yeah.
intimidating.
But I'm sure Yaru's is more.
I have. It's too much. It's a lot.
Oh yeah, why is it 13? Is it
don't know.
because I forget
Perhaps I
what
could
it is.
Charisma,
athletically
proficient,
intimidate him.
And then he gets extra proficiency for doing bard stuff, basically.
That's right. That's what it was. It's jack of all trades or whatever.
Yeah, jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Stupid
Oh,
amount
well.
of charisma.
Suppose there's no point hiding anything now.
This man is world weary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for real.
Are you
Well,
adding your
see-
proficiency bonus to that?
No idea.
Yeah. Yeah, he rolled a 5 plus a 4 plus a
No
9.
idea.
Then the jack of all trades shouldn't work. But anyway, we'll discuss that later.
I thought we did discuss this and it did work. I feel like this comes up every
Wait,
Hold on, I
other
can fix
month.
this because the jack of all trades is a specific. It's
It's
a box
jack
you
of all
can
trades
check.
only works if you don't already have proficiency in that skill.
I can see my chain. I can see my.
He's got the box clicked, so we're just going to go with it because roll 20 is probably.
Okay.
Because I know we've been through this before. I think the math does work out, but.
I'm okay with it being nerfed.
No, I think it's something else. No, it's like another ability that lets you double your proficiency bonus or something. I don't know.
That's
Well, yeah, we'll
expertise.
look at it, but
That's what it was. I think it was expertise.
either way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Everybody, every session we try to nerf Yaru.
Well, it's because every
well,
time
half
we
the
see
time
a
it's because you
13,
unintentionally buffed yourself.
well,
I
that
can't
too.
be nerfed.
Oh, he says he can't be nerfed to the DM, huh?
I've told
Say-
you to kill me. You haven't done it yet. I'm just going to continue to become more
Hey.
obnoxious until you kill me.
The rules giveth and the rules taketh away. I
That's
can only
true.
do so
That's
much.
true. I've already thought. I just had a. Okay, anyway, I won't. I'm excited for my next character. Let's just put it that way.
Well, it's kind of a long story. I got kicked out of Gold.
Yep.
I got kicked out of the exile camp,
Yep.
and here I am.
It's not a very long story.
Yeah, I guess
Why?
it's not.
Was Gold where Vinny was?
Yeah.
That's the other small town.
Just trying to put some food on the table is all.
But why'd you get kicked out?
Well, it wasn't my food I was trying to put on my table.
That's a problem.
How did you end up pals with these beasts?
Pals is maybe not a accurate term. They kind of found me and just never left. and there's not much I could do about it.
I mean, judging by the hostility with which they attacked a party of, 5 people, I find it difficult to believe they didn't attack you. So why didn't they attack you?
Beats me.
Insight.
I've been wondering. Go ahead, roll insight. I've been wondering the same thing. Everybody that's here can roll insight.
Where's my insight? Yes. Oh, that's actually decent.
Jeez. A 19, a 15, and 18.
Everybody is locked in.
Well, if only he was lying.
Except-
He's being honest. He
Except
honestly
for
has
Will.
no clue.
Will is like not paying attention.
Will's sleeping in the corner.
Will's
wait.
on his dreaming of Santa Barbara, bar.
Bar.
I said, "Hey, Peter, any questions for this guy?" He goes, "I forget if I had any." So Will's on his
Say
way to
he
Santa
was-
Barbara.
I know he was the one that was like angry about him the first time we met.
He's honestly, this older gentleman is honestly, he's stumped. He has no clue why the beast chose him either. Why they didn't
Why were
attack
you
him.
defending them?
Yeah, how did you
then?
learn their communication language, whatever?
Well, as I said, I'm not welcome anywhere else, and the only place to go was up. And
Do you ever consider like maybe going to a different town?
yeah, I did. This seemed easier. I thought I'd just die up here on the mountain, and I've been here years now. Guy's
Years?
just looking a little forlorn. Yeah.
Yaru turns to whoever's standing to his left and just says, "This guy's kind of a downer." Who is standing to my left? Oh, it's Will.
He apparently Will just wants the money. I don't know if this guy has any money.
Yeah, it's a big doubt.
You got the money. Where's the money? I want that money.
So how long have you been here? Have we got this guy's name yet?
No, didn't ask.
I want to ask him his name. What's your name?
Yarin.
Yaru?
I kind of Yarin.
No.
Jarin. There's
J.
only one Yarin.
It's a
Oh.
J.
Yeah, you guys killed about the only thing keeping me alive.
Well,
Not sure if I should thank you.
well, wait,
or
how
not.
many years did he say he'd been up here?
I don't know. It all kinds of just run together, man. It's been a while.
Have you considered perhaps that people have forgotten about you?
Have you considered starting over?
Maybe go back down the mountain. People forgot about you. You could try again. You know.
He kind of opens his mouth. He's missing a couple teeth.
Tooth. He's missing a couple tooth.
Well, if I had thought of that earlier, maybe. But there's not much to start over with now.
What do you
Kind
mean?
of just like sets his head back against.
I'm getting
look-
depressed just listening to this guy.
Nothing like D&D to really be a downer for you. I mean, there's not much life left in these old bones. Just
Is he a
leave me
human
here.
or a
I'll
dwarf?
freeze. Yes, he's a human. Yep.
Oh, okay.
He's shrunk at this point. He's probably 5'6", 5'7". Old man.
You can always come back down the mountain with us. That's where we're heading.
The thing I just did in real life, that's what Yaru did in the game.
What? I look at Yaru. What?
That's what Yaru does in the game. Just why?
Shrugs.
Why?
He
Well,
obviously got.
He
stuck
tried
up
to
here.
kill us.
He got stuck up here against his wall.
Was it
He-
against his will when he called the other beast to come kill us?
I'm not trying to influence anything at all, but point of order in the beginning, remember that he did try to wave you guys away and was basically non-hostile until the first one had died.
Yeah, he didn't
Yeah,
actually
but
attack us.
Yar
Just
only
to- just to-
remembers the fact that the second beast. Well, no,
Yeah.
he remembers the other stuff, but of critical importance is the fact that he called
Hold
the
on.
second beast.
Can we? It was a long time ago. Can you tell us if we heard that other beast before the guy started fighting, or was it after he started fighting?
I don't think we did.
So when the first one, basically when the first one died, and he was like, "Oh crap! I don't need to save you from the beasts. I need to save the beasts from you." That's when he started to fight. Like that's when he actually pulled his sword out and was trying to.
What
fight.
about when he did his call?
that?
You
Was
do that again?
before. That was like
What was that? I didn't get that.
Yeah,
that
I'm
was
sure you
like
didn't.
quarter. It's funny when I'm not on the receiving end of it. That was like a quarter to halfway through, basically the first Grey Renders.
Okay,
combat
but
fight.
that was before we heard any other sounds of anything else approaching.
Yeah, so you didn't hear that second Grey Render until like the stillness after combat had ended with the first one.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the first Grey Render was also doing his own warble too as well. So there was lots of
His
warbling.
one what now?
Warble.
So-
What does that sound
What
like?
did
a
it
real
sound
word.
like again?
Warble? No, that's like a word. That's not a sound. It's
No,
a
but
word.
I forgot what it
Oh,
sounded
I
like.
see. That's unfortunate, man. You should have taken notes.
So I want to ask
Wait,
him
down
wait,
this.
that
hold
sounded
on.
like-
Hold on. I want to take notes this time. Can you please just
You had your chance, sir.
I'm ready.
Yes, yes, Roki. What would you like to ask me?
What did you know there was a second one?
Get out of here.
just come on. I just need to take notes on this.
Well,
Ready. It's a blank piece of paper.
well, yeah, they came in pairs. Or
Did
a
you call
pair.
that? Did you call that second one in?
No, not. I mean,
Can you the
I think
Yaris
it probably heard its mate more than anything else.
Yaru says in game. What did that sound like again?
Well, I mean, I'm not really practiced at it.
I
It's
think
just,
you
was
should. I
trying
think
to-
you should demonstrate it one more time.
I
Yaru
could
says.
kind of. This is in
Damn it.
character. He kind of. I just.
He's-
if you say it a certain way, you can kind of get them to think twice before. I can't control them, but sometimes I can get them to listen to me a little bit.
He's
So you just
embarrassed
do a
by his
little-
warbling technique.
And sometimes they stop. There's been a few other people that have wandered up here, and I try. I warble, but it doesn't usually help.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
All right,
So
preserved.
that was a try and stop warble and not a come help me warble.
I mean, honestly, it's 50-50. I didn't exactly know what I was
What
saying.
was your
I
intention
just-
when you made that warble?
well, to get it to stop. I thought it was going to kill you guys.
Insight.
check.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
That's good.
Come on, Torvar. Give us the insight checked.
I got to really get in the zone here. Hold on.
Hey, who's got the Ring of Truth telly?
Yeah, Mr.
It's not
You
bad.
know those
Yaru?
magic items I give you
No,
guys that
I-
you say
do
I,
I have
don't,
it?
and then
You sure do.
Well, how about that? I have the ring of truth.
Considering I have a 0. Not bad.
Advantage. Okay. All right. I am checking. I'm doing another insight check. Come on. That's slightly
Better?
Slightly better.
13.
So can I also roll for this then?
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody.
if you're here in
Oh,
conversation, everybody that's
Poggers.
listening.
I knew there was a reason we needed JD.
Shut up.
What was whether he was intentional with the war?
What was his
What he
intention?
was trying to warble?
Yeah.
Yeah. What
yeah,
was?
he's been entirely sincere this entire time. And there's not a shred of deceit in his words, in his manner.
I mean, it makes sense. There's not really a reason for him to lie to us at this point. He's kind of
Yeah.
captive.
So I turned to Yaro. So you see, he really wasn't intending to harm us.
What? No, why? I mean, you guys were the ones that came here. I'm just trying to mind my own
So
business.
it's our fault.
So
That we
hold
almost
on.
got
Let me let
Yeah.
me step out of game a second. Why did we come up here?
We were told
this
to
is-
come up here. Remember, we're trying to get back into the good graces of the commander of the
So-
exile camp.
Right, but
Yes.
why?
Commander, well, no, not of the exile camp, of Galt.
Of Galt,
Which is
yeah.
the
I'm trying to remember-
actual civilized
Vinny.
encampment.
It's all goes back to Vinny.
Yeah, so you guys
Right.
are here. You guys were here as diplomats of Orin,
Diplomats.
the whiny diplomat or ambassador.
Mhm.
And everybody's like, hey, we hate this guy. We don't like you either. You came with him. We don't trust you. But here's a way to earn our trust. Bad things are coming off the mountain. Go see why they're coming off the mountain. And you guys have
Right.
basically been following this trail of beasts up to this point, trying to figure out what is possibly pushing things down off the mountain.
Yep. It's all
Okay.
back to Vinny.
So we can ask him then, if he's been the one throwing things off the mountain.
Well,
I'm trying to say, let's get back to why we're up here in the first place.
well, I don't think he was the reason. It was probably these
Or
beasts
or
that
or
we
if he
killed.
knows, say, hey, we've been down in the town.
Well, surely it was the beasts that we killed. Like they're these massive predators. Everything would have flown before them, right? Flown.
How long did they say things were coming off the
Flew.
mountain
There we go.
for?
Flew. That's what I was looking for.
Was that a
That's good
relatively new
question.
thing?
Yeah, so it's been relatively new, meaning like within the past 3 months, things have
Okay.
started
So
to, like they're starting to
probably-
see wolves that shouldn't be down on like level ground, shouldn't be off the mountain.
Okay. Then we can ask him when he got here and when they all started doing
Well, he
this.
just said that he lost track of time. He wouldn't give us the actual
Oh,
answer.
right.
He's been here a hot minute though, basically. He's not quite sure.
So yeah, I'm assuming he's been here longer than that happened. So something might have changed, but we'll see. So Mr. Shit, I forgot his name. Where'd it go?
Yaren,
Yaren.
soft J.
So this is so so like what just happened there? You saying like making it sound like error. This is the exact same sensation I have every time someone says rock. I'd be like, if I'm like not completely paying attention, someone says rock.
I
I'll look
honestly
up.
didn't even know I did it. It was completely unintentional, but I have the same thing happen with Chris and Lewis's game. I have a character, his name is Winston, but I keep calling him Wisdom, and I just can't stop every single time.
Nice.
I'm like, wow,
Well, that's
I
like,
made the character. Why did I do this to
Well,
myself?
that's like your character from our first campaign. To this day, I do not remember what his actual name was. It's just
I'm not going to
Elrond.
tell you either. Nobody should speak his name ever again, to be honest.
Just Elrond. If his actual name was Elrond, he probably would hit his shots.
Aaron,
Saying.
Come on. So you say that you've been here up a long time, right? Has anything changed in the last, say, 3 months?
Last 3 months. Oh, no, not really. I mean, I kind of just wake up, shiver all day, and then go to sleep. They used to bring me game, but not much. They can't really do that anymore.
And that's how it's been for the last since you got here.
Yep, pretty much.
Look to the group. Doesn't seem like this anything could be causing what's stuff coming off the mountain. Thoughts?
I'm gonna ask him, has he seen any other threatening things on the mountain? The people in the town have been saying that things are being pushed out of the area from the mountain. And if it isn't you and your beasts, we still would like to figure out what that is.
I mean, sure, it's a mountain. I've seen what do you call those things? They got wings like you, only a lot bigger. Oh, I don't know. It's just a giant bird. I've seen them flying around quite a bit.
A lot? Like a lot of them or just one?
Oh, no. Just one. It must have I assume it's nested somewhere around here. Oh, you've got I don't know. I've seen signs of them. There's some sort of giants up here. And then you've just got your wolves.
Check,
Your-
check, and check.
Yep. You got your badgers. Sure, there's people, but they kind of learned to keep their distance because those two used to,
I mean,
they kind of have a way of marking their territory.
out of game. I think it's safe to say that it was these things that was driving everything off the mountain. So I mean, I think we go job done and hightail it back down the
Just
mountain.
making sure we cross our T's and dot our I's.
Yeah. If you'd
Yara's
seen
never
anything
crossed a
else.
T or dotted an I in his entire life.
How close are we to the summit or to the peak of the mountain?
Literally 20 feet. So there's
Oh,
like
okay. So there's
a
nothing
sheer
above
wall
us.
back there. But yeah, there's basically sheer 20-foot
Okay.
like wrap around and then blue sky essentially. Well, white sky since you can't see Jack.
Right. Well, I mean, if we've taken out they were ogres or not ogres, they were cyclopses.
Cyclops.
We've taken out these other beasts. I mean, we're probably the two most threatening things on the mountain. We're probably good to go.
Mhm.
Works for me. So what will you say,
You're
Yarn?
gonna at
Gonna
least
come down with us?
untie me first? No, I think I'm just gonna freeze to death up here.
All right. Sounds good.
Sure. That's what you want.
Where are the good aligned characters?
He so he says this and then like also gets taken aback a little and then it's like, oh, okay, we're doing this, and still holds out his hands to have the bindings released.
I mean, you are more than welcome to come back with us. You don't need to stay up here.
I don't think I'm making it off this mountain.
I mean, it's really not that difficult of a trip.
Yeah, like
You see what we're in
obviously
right now? Like this, we can take this the whole way down. Persuasion?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
persuasion, for sure. Yeah. I didn't,
Okay.
yeah, I
With
didn't-
advantage.
Check's
think
gonna
about
be
that.
like 4.
with advantage. I'll
He
help you.
really doesn't want to die.
Someone else should do persuasion.
He's
No,
just acting like
Yaru
he's
was not
gonna
going to try to convince him to come
Start-
back down
I
the
was
gonna
gonna say,
mountain.
start to be
Yara's about
trying-
ready to give me
Yes,
disadvantage.
yes, I will be trying to convince him.
Yes, with advantage.
That's
Not
perception, my guy.
perception.
I clicked the wrong P word. I mean, regardless, they're both 5. But
Okay, well.
could I
have been
keep
better.
the first roll? I mean, they would have been the same. That's the wrong word.
Still probably better than my -1 modifier.
Yeah, probably.
Not very charismatic,
No.
Birdman.
Nope.
I think it's best we this old man just.
JD
It's
just
time.
doomed this man to die.
I didn't
Yeah, I think
It's
so.
time.
Shit.
Good job, Stark.
Stark, why? Why do you
This
hate?
is this
why
is
do you
his
hate this man?
own decision.
Have
I
you
cannot-
released his bindings at all?
So, do we really not have any actual like lawful good characters? That's
I mean,
hysterical.
I mean, I am, but I'm also not going to force somebody to do something that they don't
Okay,
want to do.
okay.
yeah, it's not against the law to leave him here if that's what he wants.
Chaotic
Okay.
good maybe would force him to.
Yes.
You're
not dying
Chaotic
on
good
me.
would be
That's
like,
true.
nope, you're coming with us. I don't fucking
if
care what
Nyan
you
was
think.
here, he would have just picked him
saving
up.
him against his will.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good point. All right. Well,
Yeah, because that would be kidnapping.
do you want us to put you in
bring
this
him
hole that
down the
we
mountain,
dug over
and that's
here?
against the law.
do you want us to put you in this pre-dug grave that's over here, where we got all the loot from?
Do you intend to try and survive, or are you really just gonna sit here?
I think quicker is better.
I feel bad. Is this like assisted suicide?
Kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
This is legal in some places.
This isn't great. I don't like this. Stark
Yeah,
does not
I'm not really comfortable.
feel
with
good
this.
about this.
Me, not
Well,
really a
okay,
fan.
here I'm gonna look at him and I'll say, hey, why don't you just enjoy the night with us? We'll have a meal, we'll have a fire, get some good rest, and then you can decide if this is truly what you want to do in the morning.
I point at Stark like, yes, do that.
Make another persuasion check with advantage. I'll even tell
Fucking
you.
hell.
You got to beat a 7. Oh, okay.
Wow.
He's-
Alright,
he's
no
gone
more
through
persuasion
it.
checks for you.
Rolls, I didn't get more than an 11.
That's unfortunate.
What kind of food you got?
What kind of food do we have? I wonder how roast gray render tastes.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one way to find out, guys. We basically have a feast in front of us
Yaru
here.
looks over at Torvar and says, Torvar, can you go cut us a slice of juicy rage beast? I need Torvar's response here.
I'm trying to figure out whether or not Torvar would be amused or insulted.
What? It's food.
Yeah, but he's also a rage beast.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. That was not personal. Also,
I mean, I guess
also,
Doc, we really just have rations, but it's probably better than what he's been scrounging up over the last.
Yeah, rations are
however long.
generally, dried jerky. You got some nuts and berries.
Yeah, it's better than what he can find probably up on the mountain.
Is there any food that he looked like he was eating or anything?
So there is a very crude spit over the campfire. There's not anything on it. There's charred remains, just little tiny pieces that have been stuck to it.
Okay. Yeah. So let's
Do
do
we-
this gray
Do we-
render.
Let's say, do we try to appeal to him that the renders can serve him one last time?
I think we shouldn't tell him at all that that's what this is. I just tell him this is
Well,
what we
yeah,
have.
Didn't Yaru
just
just
asked
ask
right
in
in front
front
of
of him? Do you
Oh,
want
yeah.
us to?
Damn it.
Can you go get some render?
I hate this because I don't even know how does an old man who's been stranded on a mountain respond to his magical protector, not magical, but his beastly protectors getting chopped up.
well, first I need to hear what Torvar responds.
Okay.
I think Torvar is just gonna look at you and grunt.
Is he-
Just
Is he gonna go get? I was completely
No.
serious. Torvar, I'm serious. Don't you want to find out what it tastes like?
he's not doing it.
I want to try to persuade him to go do it.
Well, he is pretty dumb, so it might work.
Just
So
set your DC.
set the how hard it will be to convince you.
Well, how do I figure that out?
What's the
So
scale?
a 15 would be you're pretty against it, but Yaru makes a really good point. A 20 would be you are 90% away against this, and Yaru just had said something that is
Unlocked
you
open
can't
How
door.
refute.
about
You can't refute it. And a 25 plus would be
Torvar.
Remember, Yaru's
Convincing someone
persuasion
that Earth
is
is
plus
flat. 13.
13.
That's metagaming though. That's metagaming.
No, I know.
10 would be I don't care either way.
Yeah, 10 is a neutral, you really don't care.
I could also crit fail.
Yeah, I was
It's
saying.
always a chance.
I was saying,
But
Torvar.
that's
I mean,
still
just,
a 14.
Really? If I crit fail?
Yeah, you can't technically crit on a succeed or fail on a skill check.
Damn.
I think based on again this flaw that you wrote,
Oh no.
I think he'd be pretty against it.
Wait, what's the flaw? Can you remind me?
Well, so it's the flaw is if there's a plan, I'll forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll ignore it. In other words, nobody tells Torvar what to do.
Is Torvar the best character I've ever made? I think perhaps that it is.
Could be. So I think he's pretty against it. I would say, ordinarily, I would say that's probably like a 15. Would you say that, or am I not
Or
doing
if
it
you're
justice?
against it, go 20.
I was gonna
Okay.
say, yeah,
Or I mean, you can even go in between
15 or
17,
20 for
18.
sure. Yeah, you don't have to go on multiples of 5.
Let's say he's an 18.
Okay. Torvar makes one last argument. Yaru makes one last argument. Torvar, don't you want to have fresh meat?
All right.
Nailed it.
Barely.
That's perfect.
Barely.
Torvar,
Let's
here's
see
fresh
here.
meat.
Torvar here's fresh meat, and he's like, "Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, I do."
And Yaru adds, I would go get it myself. But if I leave, this nice warm thud will disappear.
And I'll look at Torvar and I'll say, plus you get to use your shiny new axe.
That's a good point.
If if Stark had done that before I rolled, that would have been with advantage.
Actually, if Stark had done that, he probably
He just
would
would
have
have
just
done
gone.
it.
No roll needed.
Roki will go with Torvar.
Okay, I was gonna offer, but I'll let you do it.
Where are we going over here?
Yeah.
The
Actually,
other
we
one
could
that you
probably take
dropped
the.
from 200 feet
Yeah, the
away,
other one's
you
probably a
can
little more
tenderize
tender.
Yeah.
from dropping
Or
it.
we've got bone splinters that we have to pick out of the meat.
Ooh, that's
Mm.
true.
No.
There's gonna be
Just,
bones.
just take the meat off the back. We didn't really attack the back, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, you've got it
Back.
all up in the undercarriage.
Torvar was in the front. Let's just put it that way. All Torvar's damage was done to the beast's front.
Hey, Ruck, can you link or copy the thing about not crit failing ability checks? I can only find
Yeah.
people's opinions on it. And that's not, I don't care about
I'll find it somewhere.
randoms. Thank you. So what's going on? You ready to start carving?
Yep.
All right, survival. If there's 2 people there that are kind of helping out, do with advantage.
Someone went with me, right?
Yeah, Roki did.
Poggers survival.
Survival with advantage.
Oh, it's not good. It's not good.
Yes.
Oh, it is good.
Oh,
Nice.
Cuts
You're gonna
basically
have-
perfect ribs.
yeah, you got the whole rib rack just right there. No bone splinters.
Hell yeah.
Perfect cut.
Who here has what skill check would it be for cooking? Would it be
I think
survival?
it's just more survival again.
Who's
Yeah.
got the best survival? Because that person needs to be the one cooking.
Not me. I
Well, I have
a
it's
zero.
3.
I actually might have a pretty good survival.
Yeah, it's your dex. So I doubt
yeah.
anybody's
I'm-
proficient in it.
I am
but-
proficient in survival, so I do have a 7.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, I am also proficient, but mine's a 5, so 7 is better. Why is my dex so high?
It's not Dex, it's
All right.
Wisdom. I don't know who said Dex, but
Oh, that's why.
Oops, you're right. It's wisdom.
Oh yeah.
I was looking at stealth. Why am I looking at the
Torvar-
wrong fucking things all night? My
JD
Torvar
lord.
spends a
Ha-
good
hasn't been inside a roll 20 in a hot
20
minute, and it's
Seriously though, it's been about a
15,
month.
20 minutes to carve up the tenderized gray render before coming back with the largest rack of ribs anyone here has ever seen. Because these gray renders, remember, are literally like 10 feet wide, just
So you could call
built.
it a tender render.
Tender render.
Oh man, we're having.
Bring the
Looks like
rack
meat's
to
back
grid.
on the menu, boys.
Meat is on the menu. So during this 15, 20-minute interlude, the Yaren is still entreating the remaining people, which is Yaru, Stark, and Will, to release his bonds. if they have not been done already.
Yarrow will do nothing.
These are killing my shoulders. Come on. You, what am I going to do? You're really going to say no to an old man
Wait,
trying to
Hold on, what was the
crane
question?
to
For
look
what?
at, to look at Yaru,
for what?
Yarrow's gonna
to
just
get rid
say
of the
yes.
bindings.
I thought we already removed him.
Yeah, no, I would have cut him when he held his hands up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd asked
no,
multiple
would've-
times, and I don't think anybody had said anything.
I
Oh,
purposely
sorry.
did not say anything because Yarrow has no intention
Yeah,
of
no,
doing
if,
anything.
if he
No,
would have
when
held
I
his
was-
hands up, I would
Yeah,
have
when
cut him.
when he was asking us about whatever stuff, I don't know, 20 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I would have done that.
Okay. Well, he's just gonna kind of. Is he in? Are you letting him in the thut too?
Wasn't he already in the thut? I thought he was.
Well, that's. I didn't know if he was thut adjacent or.
Yeah, that would have been funny if we just kept him
He's
outside the
thought
thut.
interior.
Wow.
All right. 15, 20 minutes passes. He kind of just tries to fill the awkward silence. This is nice.
Never been in a thut before.
First time.
First time.
Oh God.
The what?
Yar stands up, holds his arms out, and just gestures like, in a grandiose fashion. This is my thut.
Nope. I've never been in a thut before.
Well, we all remember our first time.
Jesus.
I probably won't. I'm feeling a little concussed at the moment. And Torvar comes back with a rack of ribs.
There we go.
It's so obvious what that is.
What is?
The rack of ribs. Like, where else would that have come from? Trying to lie to the guy. Well, we got it. from
These
the
are
Cyclops.
these are
This is a
these are
different
organically
Marjorie
sourced, locally sourced,
Love it.
free
Role-playing
range.
being broken.
So as Torvar crests the edge of the hill and makes his way back. Oh, no, don't tell me you. Kind of just takes a deep breath in, deep breath out, and looks at his feet.
Yaru sees the ribs approach, and he's like, "Torvar, you've outdone yourself."
Her name was Imogene. He kind of mutters under his breath.
Yaru looks over, and is like, "You named them?"
Yeah, his was Harold.
Oh my goodness. Yaru is flabbergasted.
So what's that? What are we doing? Are we cooking them or what's going on?
Yeah, let's cook them and then let's actually rest.
Okay. Let's get whoever wants to do it a survival check with advantage, and this will just be rolled into making a fire to cooking. And so,
I'm
I'll
gonna
do
I'm
it.
gonna be right back. Everything is fucked, so I'm gonna reboot.
Okay.
BRB.
Oh, the transition was seamless. Mostly.
Mostly.
Well, the soup box.
thankfully, the fire had just died out, so it wasn't difficult to get the fire going again. I mean, when all is said and done, this is going to take like an hour to get the fire going, get it hot enough to cook it, to serve it. And he kind of just spends this entire time just kind of mournfully watching his, for lack of a better word, compatriot get cooked. And you even use the spit he kind of already has prepared. With the 21 though, I mean, they're definitely. It's a good rack, as far as you can tell. It's a good rack of ribs. It's the test is right to go on one end and just like that, and it's fall off the bone.
This might be
Fall
the
off the
best
large jerky bone.
ribs we've ever had.
Certainly find out.
Sure hope so.
And it's probably the best ribs you've ever had. Yeah. And it's not like you have a ton to go off of, but maybe you find yourself a little, no, never mind. No, you don't find herbs and spices on top of a snowy mountain.
I mean,
But it
do
doesn't
we
need
know
it.
that I don't carry those in my bags?
Do you have them in your bags?
I mean, I'm the chef of the group. That would be something that would just be a
That
passive.
was just decided on 15 minutes ago.
But I mean, isn't it retroactive that I've always been the chef?
I
would
feel
think
like
I'd
that's
be
a
carried around.
logical argument.
Makes sense to me.
So now, do you want to change your mind now that G agrees with you, Rob?
There's nothing in the rules that says you can't have spices in your bags at all
Sure.
times.
You just have to have like verbally said, "Hey, I'm going to bring spices with me," and then gather said spices.
I mean, I would have
Yeah.
previously on past expeditions.
You have officially been named the chef as of today.
Okay, fine.
I feel like we would
Take
have
it.
voted on this, and having traveled together for a long period of time, this is something that would have came up before now.
There you go,
I mean,
feeling
naturally.
again.
Naturally.
You rules psychiatrist.
Yeah,
But see,
mess
that's
up
the
your
thing
boxes.
is that
No, I'm
the
good.
ribs are so well. Should I leave just to get them messed up then?
No, because I fixed the
Fucking
4-box
got him.
one, so I can switch. I have different scenes,
Hmm.
so I can just switch between.
Well, at
them.
least until we try to do this again next week.
Well, it's until I close OBS is what it is.
Got him 2x.
Thankfully, though, the herbs and spices aren't missed as it.
Did
It's
we
just
have any
the meat,
barbecue
you
sauce?
Are
know?
there 11 of them?
There are no herbs and spices as much
None.
as none. But
What
then you don't
about-
need it because
what about
the
barbecue
meat
sauce?
is just that good. Yeah,
Barbecue
there's
sauce.
no instead of BBQ sauce, there's no D&D sauce. It's just the meat. That's all you got. You could add you could put a little charcoal on if you wanted to. Add a little
Some
that's
zest.
probably not fiber, but yeah, I don't know what to call it. A little texture.
It works.
But there is plenty here for everybody involved.
Does
Sharing is caring.
what's his face have some?
I gotta be what's
If
his
you
face?
share, he
I
originally
don't
he's a
remember his
little
name.
reticent. Yaren
That's
of
right.
this, well, Yaren. He kind of just watches. You set something down in front of him, and he kind of just looks at it for like a couple minutes. He's pretty hungry though, and he reluctantly picks up his only friends for the last couple months to maybe a year or so, and chows down with the rest of the group. Definitely not happy though about eating his friends. But
So-
we're starting to the sun was not out, but you could tell that it's getting darker. It's starting to get a little later in the night. It's not quite like nighttime yet, but you're getting there. You've eaten, you got full bellies. You've definitely short rested by now if you want to do all that. No long rest yet, but what's next?
Back down the mountain.
I was going to say one quick interruption here. This is for Duke. I did just read that Power
Yes.
Wash Simulator is coming to Game Pass.
Oh, I know. I saw.
Okay. So
My
even
buddy
better.
Jim already has it on like
I was going to say I've got it on
preload.
Steam, but
I'm really glad we got that update.
well, he was talking about it earlier.
I
He
sent
didn't
it
know
to
I
a
was
bunch
going to
of
let him
people.
know. I do want a live power washing stream of you, though.
Like actual power washing.
Yeah. Be great.
So you can this. I don't know if you have slots left or whatever, but the thought will technically go away before the end of like your long rest watch stuff. Well, is it 8 or 12 hours actually?
8.
8. So we need
But
to
he can
re-
re-
we need
yeah,
we
he
need
can
to
recast it.
rethought.
Yeah, if you could rethought, then that's totally fine. Are you guys taking watches for the night?
Mhm.
Okay. Well, let's
This
get
is-
some.
Rookie will take first watch.
Roll a first.
Torvar is exhausted, like actually exhausted.
Mhm.
So
That's true. Here is my roll a d20.
he might even be
Doesn't matter.
2x exhausted if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think you frenzied twice because you had to wait for.
Yeah,
right
I'm
under
pretty
the
sure.
ball.
I'm pretty
The
sure
rock.
that's correct.
So Torvar is not watching.
Yara will take 2 watches.
We can take one.
Somebody roll a d20 for me.
Just a normal D20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me one sec. I did remember how to do it. It's been a while.
All right, now we can get the watches rolling.
There you go. It's actually apparently it's not in the rule book, but it was explained by
Oh, like Crawford or something tweeted it.
yeah
Okay.
What happened?
for the ability checks can't crit fail.
Oh.
I'll have to see because I don't know how I feel about it. I might homebrew that. I'm not sure.
I'll say I think we've had it happen in the past.
Who's got first watch?
Roki. What am I rolling?
Roki. Perception with do you have dark? Well, it doesn't. Dark vision doesn't help you here, really. With disadvantage, middle of a blizzard.
Disadvantage. Fantastic.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, Roki's not very perceptive.
Mm.
8.
So especially your watch goes by relatively uneventfully, other than you kind of have to go outside of the thut and get rid of the snow that starts to build up along the outside, if you want to. If not,
I
you
will.
can make yourself a little igloo. Okay.
No, I will.
So you clear the snow to keep what little visibility you have. And it's honestly like there's not even like little wildlife around. And I mean, the rage beasts have scared away pretty much everything off this mountaintop. All right, second, your shift goes by uneventfully. Who's up next?
I'll take the next 2, I guess.
Okay, same thing.
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Ten. We can just take both those rolls for your 2 watches too.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh,
Makes
wow.
sense. Makes sense. I'm with what you said previously.
I will not go back on my. I need to stop like offering things before I see rolls. That's my mistake.
I mean, I think I like the fact that you offer them and then immediately they're rejected. It's pretty great.
So with a 17 and a 10, it's a lot of the same. Well, actually, all right. So, same thing. Watch goes by uneventfully. Nothing to see. I mean, it's even hard to stay awake just because there's nothing to even like lock your eyes on because it's just snow and white after like 20 or after 60 feet. Not the last
Rip.
Okay. I was wondering if it was just
That's
me.
a good. That's a
Thank-
great point.
Yeah,
we
I
got
think-
RoboDoc here.
I think you make some great points there.
Look at
Doc.
him though. It looks so funny.
It looks high.
Don't make me not.
Don't make him do something. I got that.
So
He looks.
the more he
Who's
tries,
last
the
on the
funnier
third?
it gets.
Seriously.
Oh, look, now he's just like, God damn it. I think he might be back though. Try
Oh
again.
yeah,
Doc.
Am I back?
no, you're good. You're good.
I'm good. Okay.
Yeah.
I miss
Okay.
robotic high doc.
And I'm sure he'll make a comeback. Who's taking last watch? Does it need to be Will?
No, I can do it.
For the record,
Oh,
Yaru
right.
did not leave the thut because doing so would be catastrophic for the
You can
thut.
like push your hands outside of it to like brush off the snow and stuff.
Can you not leave it? I thought it's just that
Correct.
someone had to be in
The
there.
No, there's
caster,
caster
cannot
cannot
leave
leave it.
All right. Let me get all my hit points back, baby.
Fails. Where does it? Oh, the spell
Uh,
ends it if you leave its area.
Mhm.
I'm feeling
wow.
decidedly not exhausted, gentlemen.
There it
You
is.
are. If you had 2 levels of exhaustion, you're only knocked down to 1. You still have
Yes.
1 level of exhaustion. Okay,
But that I shrug off.
still better. Gotcha. All right, so 10. All right. Still snowing. Still a lot of snow on the ground. But basically, you guys all magically wake up at 7:30 a.m. and
Still just-
everybody's alive.
It's still snowing just as bad
except
as it
for-
was.
Yeah.
Yuck.
Let's do. It's lightening up a little bit. We'll say sure. I'm kind of just making it up as I go. Whatever I feel like. So
I'll be right back.
it's no longer like you have to squint, so you're not just getting hit in the face with snow. It's now there's less gusts. It's still snowing and it's still falling, but it's not like whipping around like it was previously.
Okay.
We'll say.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I suppose we might as well start heading down the mountain. No reason to stay here.
Mhm.
Go ahead, and we can. If you want to actually role play it, we can. But if not, go ahead. Somebody making a persuasion check with advantage and a +5 to convince. If you want to convince Old Man Yaron to come down off the mountain as well.
I will do it this time because I have no faith in Stark doing it now.
Watch him crit fail.
Don't say that. All right, I'm just gonna roll this and just add 5 to it. Right, because you said +5.
Yeah, it's advantage with +5.
Oh, I had advantage. Whoops. So the 7. 5, 12. It's better than Stark. Wait, no, advantage. Right. 16,
Advantage
21.
21, right?
I was
Okay.
thinking disadvantage. Right. 21.
I'm gonna roll a persuasion just because I want to see what would have happened.
Nope. Can't beat mine. Mine was pretty much perfect. Oh my God.
Unbeatable.
35? That's
He'd have been like, "Here, everybody, hop on my back. I'll carry you down the
what
mountain."
was that? That was only a 17 too. Jeez. You're ridiculous. You know
It's a
that?
good thing my character's personality prevents me from just always persuading everybody of everything.
Yep. Yep.
That's too much charisma.
Yeah, Bard. I have a Bard in my other group, and that's basically all he did, because he would convince people to do things, and so like
Yeah.
he just made people do things for us.
Was
That's
that
great.
did that get irritating?
Nope. It was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe from the DM's perspective, yeah, but the Bard who could persuade everyone to do anything, and then I had the passive perception of 30 plus, where I could basically see anything that came at us.
Yeah.
The DM was not amused.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, congratulations, you have a really strong character, but now I can't do half the cool stuff I want to do.
Yep.
Which
I don't
is
feel
satisfying
like-
for the player.
I don't feel like I've used Yar's broken charisma that often. But maybe
No,
I'm
you
wrong.
haven't. And I just as a DM, I guarantee I would probably not let you use it to the extent you'd want. Well, it just would depend on the scenario. But you know, right? You can't always. Doesn't matter how high you roll. There's some things you won't convince people of. But with a 30, there's darn whole lot you can. All right, so the day is yours. Your thut has magically vanished.
Until we meet again.
Are we doing the whole rolls of Constitution? Freezing, weather,
You would,
But
if
or are
when
we
you
fast tracking this
started
down?
to, you would normally, but unfortunately, you don't get to travel yet before you guys start to pick up your. Oh, it's getting late. The thing you sleep on, a bedroll. Bedroll. We're gonna call it here pretty quick if I can't remember bedroll. You guys are just doing like the normal morning routine of getting everything packed away again, getting all your furs on, and
I got my cloth.
well, we'll just have everybody roll perception. Why not? I'll give you one more shot, and it's not
one
marked
opportunity?
out, so just a straight roll. One more.
JD, we need to
opportunity.
decide
Yes.
Arm
who's
spaghetti.
wearing that ring before we go.
Yeah.
What am I rolling? Perception?
Just a straight perception roll.
yeah.
Get ready for this. This is gonna knock your socks off.
I'm fully prepared.
Consider my socks knocked.
Wow.
If I was wearing socks,
Told you.
they'd be knocked off.
I have on slippers.
Can't wait to show you this roll. So you guys are busy buzzing around, getting all your, getting maybe packing away a little bit of the rest of the ribs you have. And who rolled well, I guess you all rolled actually really well. So you guys all hear.
Nobody rolls below a 19. I guess you guys rolled actually kind of okay.
You don't see, but you hear.
Do not warble.
It's not,
Do not
it's not
warble.
it's not a warble, but it's more of like a gosh, why do I do this? I don't know why I keep choosing things that need to make guttural sounds, but it's like oh, but you hear, but it kind of reverberates in this little, not canyon you're in, but this
What
little
was
enclosure.
Hold on. What was that one more time?
All right. All 4 of these attacks are coming at Yaru. But you
Aren't we
hear
still in the
basically,
thut?
That's gone.
the thud is gone. So,
What are you waiting for?
well, actually, I can show you because as soon as
Wait,
you guys hear
am
this,
I
I'm
really
sure
getting
you all
attacked
know.
from 4 different sides right now?
Not you. I mean, everybody's going to.
Oh,
Not just
okay.
you.
Okay. I want to use
no,
the old
that's-
man as a shield.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, let's give
Human
us
shield. I
everything
can
here.
dig that.
Oh, that's concerning.
Yeah, a little bit.
So you kind of see perched on the 20-foot high ledge above these, not as big as the gray renders, but you see these bipedal, basically shadows from as far away as everything is, that are all kind of like crouched in a deep squat that have been watching. And you guys basically, do I have all? Okay, all of them are there now. Have just been watching. And then finally, you guys, seems everybody's been packed up. And just as you guys started to turn around to make your way out, you hear this like all from all 4 corners, this thing. So this is where we're going to end, but we're going to roll initiative so we don't have to do all that fancy stuff next time. And
You know who I miss? I miss
because-
Vinny.
I guess, an important thing I should have mentioned is soon after these guttural,
Oops.
oh crap, hold on, let me clear the turn order. Clear. All right, now do it.
So roll it
You can
again.
either, you can just roll again, it's fine.
Okay.
Should let me roll too.
Why is there a yellow
Basically-
circle around my character?
You guys are just seeing. I think that's for your aura
Imminent
from
death.
spiritual weapon or something. That's the splash zone. You see,
Yeah,
like
I know.
almost. You see all four rearing back with something in their hands.
A snowball fight.
Guys,
Yep, definitely a snowball.
I feel like we're in danger.
Imminent danger detected.
You guys took out the apex predators of the mountain, and other things have seen an opportunity.
Yeah, but that makes us the apex predators, idiots.
Yeah.
You're not wrong.
We ate
And
the
never said
apex
they were smart.
predators. Can
We did.
Can we just
You
point,
literally
can we
did.
just
Yeah, you're not
point to
wrong.
the back and be like, that's gonna be you. Leave.
I don't think intimidation is going to
You're
work on
about to
this.
get wrecked, nerds.
Wait, it might. Can I try to intimidate them?
They probably don't speak
They're
common.
probably too stupid. to
What are they?
understand. Looks like massive
don't know.
goblin.
So
They
you
look
see,
like mountain trolls.
yeah.
they are large bipedal creatures. They're hard to see. Like you basically see silhouettes at this point. But
Oh, because they're
It's a nice
like there's snow.
initiative roll there, Doc.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
how the snow works is you can see clearly within 20 feet of you, and anything outside of 20, between 20 and 60. Oh my gosh, we'll create on his initiative, which doesn't really mean that much, but between 20 and 60 feet, you can see things, but it's hard. And then outside of 60 is just white,
Mm.
which basically
Roger.
means for ranged attacks, anything outside of 20 feet has disadvantage.
So we
Just
can
so
see
you're
that
aware.
one up in this corner of here. He's within 20.
Well, it's a 20-foot vertical thing. So you guys are all 30, 40 feet.
Oh, I
minimum.
forgot about that too. Okay. Are
Let's
they
just
on the
turn our
top?
look at
All
it.
four of those are on that top.
Yes. So they basically, and I know it doesn't look exactly like that, but there's a lip basically that all of them are sitting on that's 20 feet on top
Okay.
of the ground.
Cool.
We'll just wait. We'll do combat next time.
So JD, do you want that ring or
I'm trying to remember because I wound up like lining the inside of my armor with fur. What do you have on?
I mean, I have a cloak on.
You should probably have it then. If you just have a cloak and this is meant to keep you
It's got
warm,
hollow
probably be
bird
better
bones.
used for you.
Yeah, Doc, will this affect our rolling down the mountain and stuff? Like for the
The Ring of Warmth, you won't have to roll to
okay.
There you
because
go.
really the con save is basically you're freezing your balls off for 12 hours, and that's going to wear on you. And
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
not negative 50 up here. So
Is that a tune?
I think Ring of Warmth. I'm
an
going to
actual
kind of
item?
play
Can I
fast
just
and
look it up?
loose with it. Yeah, it should be in roll 20, I think. Yeah. Ring, uncommon, requires attunement.
Okay. Can I say that I attuned to that last night?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Session crown.
No way to do. Okay. Oh, good. So am I using my beads for the rest of these guys? Is that what's happening? Because this doesn't look promising.
Was there something iffy about
Yeah,
that I needed to rule on?
The
I can't
beads?
remember. Yeah, I felt like there was something that we went with it during combat, and I didn't want to slow things down. Necklace of prayer beads. That's not what I wanted.
The bead explodes and impact and destroy each creature within a 10-foot radius where you can land this time. A 15 deck save, take damage. The sphere transparent force encloses the area for 1 minute. Trapped inside.
encloses the area for 1 minute. Any creature that fails the saving throw and is completely within the area is trapped inside the sphere. Creatures that succeed on the save or are partially within are pushed away from the center. Only breathable air can pass through. No attack. Okay. Let me, it was the spiritual weapon thing, I think. Let me look up spiritual weapon.
Oh, yeah. That would be an attack. I mean, not really, no.
Well, I'm trying to decide. Yeah, so the thing is, a floating spectral weapon within range. So I'm going to, just so we're all on the same page, I think I remember what I was thinking. No effect will get inside, even though you're basically creating it inside the bubble. I'm envisioning, magic has to pierce the bubble to get inside, essentially, which you can't do. So that's how I'm going to rule that.
Okay. I mean, how does it read though? Does it say, like spiritual weapons, does it say it
says you create it literally just says you create a spectral weapon within space, within range or whatever. But
okay.
I don't know if it's just my interpretation of magic in this game, but I feel like
typically when something has to travel, like say fireball, like something travels from your finger to the spot where fireball happens at. Like it specifically says stuff like that for those things. So with that, it wouldn't be able to work inside of it. Well, if it says that it just happens at a spot that you see.
Create. Well, let's see if someone else has ever had this same question.
It's true. It's a good point. What are these things technically called?
Side beat of force. Can you summon, first thing that pops up, can you summon a spiritual weapon in a bubble created by a bead of force? All right, what are we, not a single response?
Oh, really?
Oh, somebody closed it because it's effectively identical to a wall of force question, I guess.
Oh.
What effects say nothing can pass through? Okay, so let's look at the wall of force one then. No, so the wall of force says nothing physical can pass through the wall. How are folks ruling on the question of spells passing through the wall? Oh, Mike Merle's unofficial ruling. In general, a barrier that stops physical objects stops spells, but that's not like the same.
Yeah, that's not like a spell can't travel through it, but the spiritual weapon isn't traveling through it.
Does stop spells only apply to spells that must pass through, like Ray of Frost, and not spells that can be targeted? Purple, somebody responded, it would be both. You need a clear path to the origin point of the spell. We checked out, blah, blah, blah. You know what? It honestly, it's 50-50, so we're going to go with the player. As long as it's like a teleport or a create in the space, we'll let it fly. Stuff like fireball that has to actually has a trail or whatever, that won't work. But
okay,
there's no, when it's 50-50, there's no reason to. Everybody loves buffs. Nobody likes nerfs. So. Okie dokie. Well, I want to go play some Iron Banner before I get too tired.
Wow, Doc's playing Destiny. What is this?
Doc's been grinding.
You've been missing out.
I've been going hard.
This is an old.
I got plus 15 artifact power, baby.
You do not have plus 15 artifact
Peter
power.
have made a blood.
You want to bet, homie?
I
Yeah.
bet he does.
Doc
Me
has
and Peter
higher
have
power
made a
than me.
blood commit that we're getting Doc Conqueror this season.
I
Conkeldurr.
don't have higher power than you
I
because
saw that.
my armor drops.
If he can get himself to
15.
pinnacle with a
60.
week or 2 left.
I need
He
to
should
do
be
some
able to.
some of those GMs.
You want to do Insight Terminus right now?
Well, you see, I'm not a pinnacle yet.
Oh my
I'm
god.
missing 1 drop. I'm missing
need-
heavy. It's
I
the
need-
only thing I have been missing it for
Casual.
weeks.
Such a casual.
I need 2 base light and I need 2 artifact power.
Are you at you need 2 artifact power.
Yeah.
You need to be playing some Gambit, bro.
I'm at, I would say I'm at plus 15. I just need that damn heavy.
Also, Doc, on that
is
skill ability checks, critting and
Easy
failing and
this
stuff,
season.
there's
Thanks for
nothing in
watching,
the
guys.
rules saying that
Next
they
time.